Where are we, Phil?
Hello and welcome back to another vlog.
You cheeky monkey.
Two loons.
No.
Two loons.
No. Two loons.
La Trekkie.
La Trek.
La Trek.
No, that's my bit.
Yeah. And we're here on the Grand Union Canal.
And look at this lovely little pushkin.
Yeah, we'll turn the camera around and show you what we're looking at.
Oh.
Lovely cat. And a really interesting barge here. Look at this thing.
So these moored here permanent for so much amount of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I just got the whiff of cannabis there where I went past that barge. I can smell it, the sweet smell of cannabis. So I'm feeling quite happy today. We're in Aylesbury and we're actually staying here.
At the travel lodge.
Turn it round.
And it's been totally revamped, hasn't it? Totally
That's the travel lodge where we're staying in Aylesbury, and we're going to give you a tour of the travel lodge now.
And for a travel lodge, it's really good.
Aren't we giving you a tour of the travel lodge?
Are we?
No, we're not. We're going up these steps here. So, it's Buckinghamshire, isn't it, Kath?
It is.
Aylesbury.
Yeah.
And if you've never been to Aylesbury before, we would definitely recommend you come because it's a fascinating place. And
these are temporary moorings here as well. We saw barges leave this morning.
Yeah, temporary moorings. So
University over there.
See, every time you talk about something, Catherine, I have to turn it round so people can see what we're talking about.
Well, why don't you be that then?
I've just done that.
Be it and do it.
So
this is the theatre here at Waterside.
Yes. Right. Okay. Look. There's the theatre.
Show the people.
Right. We're talking about the theatre there.
Yeah.
Right. It's a lovely theatre. It's really big.
Theatre. They've got Calendar Girls the musical on at the moment.
Yeah.
And
see this here. This is a river.
It's lovely.
And I'm not sure what river that is, but I'll find out and we'll put the thing up. It goes under the bridge here.
It doesn't feel it goes under the bridge here.
Yeah, that's right. And there's where the river
comes from. That it's coming this way.
Yeah.
The water's flowing through.
There's a Waitrose there. All you need to know.
It cost
4 million
to build. And they've also got a showing of Macbeth on the 25th of March.
Have they?
Yeah.
So,
have indeed.
That's the theatre at Aylesbury. But there's a lot more to Aylesbury, isn't there? Let's walk around this way. Oh, I don't know. Back there. It's Ronnie Barker.
Oh my god. There it is. We missed that one.
Ronnie Barker.
Right.
Does he come from Aylesbury?
What's the gave a monument to him?
1929 to 2005. Well, it's got his likeness, hasn't it?
Oh right, so we first performed in 1948 at the Old County Theatre, which is in Market Square.
Right, or was in Market Square.
Was in Market Square. This replaces it.
This replaces it.
Yeah, the old theatre was over there.
Okay, let's have a look at the front of it then. It's really interesting.
I think it's a nicely designed building though. It reminds me of Theatre on the Bay in Singapore.
Yeah.
Very similar.
It does look good, doesn't it?
There's the,
don't you love the entrance to this? Do you see the
mural?
The artwork? It's quite lovely, isn't it?
Are we going into the choir or? Oh, we can actually see it from here.
You can't actually see it. No, we can't go into the theatre because we've got other places to visit.
Sorry, you can't be filming, yeah?
Why?
Why not?
It's a public place.
No, you can't.
No, it's a public place. You can't stop people filming in a public place. We're not going in.
We're not in your property.
Yeah.
She's saying that you can't film.
Well, I'm telling you can't because the law says we can film here. Yes, absolutely. Well, it's not the point. It's the thing is, we're in a public place. We can film. There's no law to say that we can't film.
This is the public
right?
space. You don't own this space.
You don't own the space. You own the theatre. You don't own the public space, right?
No,
we don't pay to. Well, we're doing a lawful.
No, we can film
we're
the
doing a lawful
outside.
activity. We can take photographs of it. Google Earth
We're
can
not
come
in your
round
building.
and photograph all of this. So there's no law against
have
this.
no
so you
right
can't
to
stop
stop
people.
people to
I'm
do
sorry.
That's the management saying.
Well,
She's wrong.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you that we are correct. Yes, she needs to do a research. She needs to go away and Google it and don't approach people, members of the public, doing lawful activities. Okay? Simple as that. That's all we have to say to you. That's the end of the matter. Okay?
So that's it.
You're out of order.
No, she's an idiot.
Yes. Yeah. When you take a video camera around, or any camera, it can be, you can be photographing a building.
Exactly.
And the people who are in the building sometimes think that they
own the outer space.
have the rights to you carrying out a lawful activity in a public place. Don't allow anyone to intimidate you, and don't allow anybody to try and stop you.
Yeah.
They haven't got that right.
Dear
Okay?
God.
So there's an object lesson to any YouTubers. Stand your ground.
How dictatorial was that?
Tell the truth. They've got no
right to stop people filming in a public space.
no, they can't. So anyway,
Silly man.
that's the first time actually
That's
when
ever
we've been vlogging
yeah.
that anyone's ever confronted us before. So the theatre, it doesn't look good for you.
No, it doesn't.
You know, I mean, if you want to attract visitors, and we're gonna,
And we were just praising what a beautiful building it was.
yeah, we're gonna copy you in because
Not anymore.
it's not right. So
We're
this
doing
is
it.
to the manager who sent that security guard out.
From the Waterside Theatre in Aylesbury,
Yeah,
which costs £4 million to build, by the way.
yeah. You have no right to try and intimidate people to
Yeah.
stop them filming. No right whatsoever.
Unbelievable, isn't it?
Okay, what you did there
Was wrong.
was unlawful,
And
basically.
unethical.
You were trying to intimidate people making a lawful video
Yeah.
of
We weren't
anything.
actually in the theatre. We were outside the
Exactly.
theatre. It's a public space.
Exactly. So,
This is all a public complex.
okay, this has started well. I tell you what, you know, these videos never...
I tell you what though, for the theatre management at Aylesbury Waterfront Theatre, you need to get your facts right.
You really do.
You really do.
You really do.
Because it's very inconvenient and it's not
It's
very
not-
respectful
it's
to be
unprofessional.
approaching members of the public
And-
who are visiting this town and paying money
Yeah.
in your venues.
Exactly.
To
We-
deny them the fact
We
that
were
can't
considering
film.
going to the theatre, weren't we?
But we're not now.
won't go to that
And we were
theatre
going to
anyway.
recommend it, but we're not now.
And just to put that into perspective, by the way, we've got another channel which is born and raised in Prescott, and we do a theatre vlog.
From
And
that
we
theatre,
actually
yeah.
film in the foyer of the theatre
Yeah.
and all around the theatre, and we've taken drones over it and all kinds. Nobody's ever confronted us.
Yeah.
Because why? Because they understand what the law is and what you're allowed to do and not to do. And as long as you're not breaking the law,
Exactly.
you've got no reason for anybody to come out and try
The
to intimidate
question
you.
I would like to know is why the management of that particular theatre think that they can do that.
Yeah, I know.
Why do they think they can do that
Exactly.
to members of the public
Yeah.
who are paying good money to come to this complex to pay for meals,
Yeah.
for holiday travel lodge stopovers, for productions at the theatre,
Yeah.
keeping these in revenue, keeping these places ticking over and alive,
Yeah.
and they think they can approach a member of the public and say, you cannot film here.
Exactly.
We weren't even inside the theatre, we were outside the theatre. We were in an open space,
We're in a public
neutral,
area. No,
it's neutral, public open space,
Yeah.
neutral, public animated place.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
There is a thing about photography and
why do people
being
get
in the
so,
public realm.
Yeah, but why do people get so het up
I don't know.
about these things?
I don't know. They think the theatre obviously think they've got ownership to everything.
They don't own the space.
Exactly. They don't own the space. They need to do the research, and they need to. If they're dealing with public, they need to understand.
You need to know how to deal with them.
How to do.
They're working in public services, so you of all people should know how to deal with members of the public.
Exactly.
That's coming from other people who deal with members of the public as well.
Absolutely correct. Now, I'm glad that happened actually, because it just shows you what you sometimes have to deal with when you're out on the streets vlogging.
Yeah, but to be fair, that's the first time we've ever had that.
Yeah, no one's ever done that.
I know other vloggers may have experienced it. But
Yeah, we have seen them on YouTube now and again, but not like that. I mean, we were just praising it, weren't we?
Yeah, we were just giving it grand compliments and admiring the structure. And
Exactly.
we saw it yesterday evening lit up, and it was beautiful, wasn't it?
She needs to go away and Google her.
It's just
the law.
It's ignorance, really.
It is. It really is. Anyway, besides the point, we're here to discover stuff about Aylesbury. And when we were here last night, we discovered these lovely sculptures here. And these sculptures are to do with the Paralympics, aren't they, Cathy?
Yeah.
And we thought, oh, we'll have to come back and have a look at these. But
apparently they've got a world-class Paralympic pool here as well.
yeah, they have.
If we can check it.
And there's a thing here.
No, but the thing is,
Which shows.
It's part of a series of sculptures called I Am.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's 3 of them all together.
Yeah.
Inspired by the town's links with the Paralympic movement and by local community groups who shared their feelings about this public space. Can I just remind you again, that's a public space. Their words are woven throughout the space, including the metal ribbons on the ground, tree grills and cycle rack. The sculptures are called I Am Free.
Yeah.
Again, we are free. Standing shown below, I am strong, I am me. So the three of them in different poses.
Okay. Well, that's quite poetic, isn't it, when you think
quite
about...
poignant.
Yeah. So we've got this one here. This represents strength or something? Don't know. But also linked to these sculptures are these bit of street art here. And they're all words, I wish I could see the future. But that's the beauty and the mystery. Well, if we saw the future a few minutes ago, we wouldn't have gone outside that theatre.
We should have got to come out, management, because the security guard has only just been told to do it, isn't he?
Yeah.
Why didn't she come out?
Exactly. There's another one, which the body is far out proportion in the legs there, you'll notice. So this is the
other one, Phil, is the third one. It's like the
I did get that.
Yeah, got that.
Yeah. This is the site of the old jail here in Aylesbury from 1740 to 1849.
Designed by Thomas Hill.
Yeah.
So the original entrance of the jail was in Market Square through what is now a window in the court building.
Yeah. So, go through these magnificent arches here into the old part of the town.
So this is known as the Old Town, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's all a new...
That's all new build,
complex.
sprung up type of place. And here, Earthly Messenger, sculpture of David Bowie, 1947 to 2016.
It's lovely though, isn't it?
And it's a magnificent sculpture, designed and sculpted by Andrew Sinclair for the Friars Aylesbury Community Project. Magnificent sculpture of David Bowie. Now the thing about David Bowie is, he wasn't born in Aylesbury. He wasn't he wasn't born here. That's telling you about the Earthly Messenger. It's actually on this is a 24-hour live cam of the sculpture.
Yeah, we'll give them a wave.
So give them a wave up there. And so that's the sculpture of David Bowie, where people come from. Well, let's go on to the square first. So what are the connections between Aylesbury and David Bowie? Well, it was in 1971 David Bowie did a bit of experimenting here, and this is the market square here. He did an experimental gig. Now Aylesbury is about 45 miles from London, and they came here to a little town in Buckinghamshire to perform a gig, and it was an experimental gig, first one of its kind. And basically Bowie said to the band members, if this is successful, then we will we'll go on tour with it.
Yeah.
And it was the birth of Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars. All the band members became the Spiders from Mars. Before that, Bowie was a solo artist. And Bowie actually mentions the square here, Marketplace, in one of his songs.
He played Friars.
I think so. We'll put it up on the thing anyway. So he played here. He played here in 1971 and 1972. But he wrote a song called 5 Years that appeared on the Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars album, which was 5 years.
Yeah, I like that song.
So the start of the song, you may remember, goes, pushing through the market square, so many mothers sighing.
You had just come over.
Sighing. So many mothers sighing. News had just come over. There were 5 years left to crying.
And then the chorus.
What
We've got 5
5 years, that's all we've
stuck
got.
on our eyes.
5 years, what a surprise.
We've got 5 years, my brain hurts a lot.
5 years, that's all we've got. And it all started here.
And you know that's a hell of a song now. There's
I know it
so
is.
much in the lyric
But
content.
if you like Bowie, I grew up with Bowie, so
it's one of the best.
You know, Spiders from Mars.
It didn't sell out to any record company.
I played that record to death.
Yeah.
It all started here. And in 1972, Roger Taylor from Queen, together with Freddie Mercury, drove all the way from London, 45 miles, in a little Mini. And they came here, and it was like, they described it as like going to the back of beyond Aylesbury. And they got stuck on a roundabout, and Freddie Mercury started crying, "Oh, Roger, I want to go home, dear." And he'd had enough by then.
A bit like you did when we tried to get in last night.
Yeah. Anyway, they didn't go home. They saw the gig, and they said seeing Bowie for the first time was just a magical experience.
Blown them away.
It blew them away, and I think it showed the way for Queen what they were to become.
Yeah.
And the rest is history. What Queen became.
And what better model or mentor than Bowie?
I know.
To be inspired by.
Absolutely.
Right through his music career.
So there was a groundswell of emotion when Bowie died.
Yeah.
And the local community got together and paid for that wonderful sculpture there.
Yeah.
And it's viewed all over the world on webcam.
Yeah.
And people come.
Yeah, it can be seen 24 hours a day.
People come to visit.
You can wave.
You can get into it. Come.
What, are you from Aylesbury?
Yeah.
So tell us a bit about what you like about Aylesbury. Because we're visitors, we're doing a vlog.
Yeah.
It's a nice town. It's got loads of things to do in it.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Food-wise.
Yeah.
They've got good shops in there and the shopping centres.
Okay. Yeah. And do you think it's catered for your generation? Yeah. You feel?
Good.
Yeah. Good.
They've got a cinema over here.
Yeah.
Oh, we saw that on the big theatre on the bay. That's fairly new. Yeah.
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 What else?
Do you like David Bowie?
Don't know who he is.
Have a look at the sculpture under there. We've just been talking about David Bowie. And buy some Bowie records because he's brilliant.
He's good.
Anyway,
he's a musician and artist.
Famous musician and great links to...
But that's probably off your radar.
Yeah, you...
Go and have a look.
Yeah.
So, and so what would you like to change about the town? Is there anything you'd like to see happen, or...?
We like it. We've visited
yeah.
it and we've never been here before, but we love it. So,
But
yeah.
yeah, that's about it.
Okay, we'll say
Thank you for
who
appearing.
are.
What's your names? What's your names?
Say who you are.
Ruby and Tiffany.
Ruby and Tiffany. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Ruby and Tiffany from Aylesbury. There you go. The locals are great, aren't they?
He didn't know David Bowie.
Didn't know David Bowie. So this
So
is
they're
the...
going to find out.
So I hope you liked that little story about Aylesbury.
David was funny.
So this ancient part of Aylesbury, this market square.
Well, it is. It goes back to Saxon times. It was sprung up from a village settlement.
Yeah,
Yeah, Saxon in origin.
there you go. Saxon in origin.
And St Mary's Church is the oldest building here.
Is it?
Yeah, they're back to the 12th century. No, 11th century.
Yeah. Fascinating, isn't it?
1200s anyway.
Yeah. So,
He said, "Can we be on your vlog?"
they did. They're in the vlog. They're now famous. Well, this has been a vlog and a half, hasn't it?
This is turning into a right Hungduna. It all comes in threes, Phil. What shall we encounter next?
We don't know. We'll carry on walking around, probably until the battery runs out.
Okay.
So, there's some monuments here to what looks like
Commemoration. The coronation of Their Majesties King George and Queen Mary.
Yeah,
22nd of June 1911.
there you go. But that looks like a Civil War
Yeah, just
monument. John Hampden, Member of Parliament for Wendover, 1625, played a part in the Battle of Aylesbury on November 1642 and was mortally wounded at Chalgrove Field on the 18th of June. Yeah, there you go, Civil War hero from Aylesbury.
Well, there's lots of Tudor buildings and Jacobean.
Yeah.
And Georgian as well, isn't
Yeah.
there?
We want to show you a particular pub
Oh yes.
that we came to last night and had a few swift scoops.
They do really nice line in real ale, don't they?
It's very special, this pub, because it's actually owned.
I'd recommend the White Swan real ale.
Oh yeah, it's actually owned by the National Trust,
Yes, it is.
and it's been owned by the National Trust since 1925,
Yeah.
and it's possibly the most best preserved coach house in Britain. And it's here.
Head.
It's the King's Head in Aylesbury. National Trust property.
So I suppose they do any translation work. Get a brewery company to.
This is it here, and 1455.
Yeah, it is 1455.
Amazing property.
Now that was all lit last night, wasn't it? So I suppose that's still part of it.
Yeah, I think it is. All that building there.
It's a grand hall.
We're going to go in here. We'll just go into the courtyard to give you a feel of the atmosphere of this pub. It's now run by Chiltern Brewery. And King's Head was given in 1925 by the family of the Honourable Charles Rothschild. So this is the coaching. The coaches, imagine this, horse-drawn coaches coming along, just enough room to fit through that opening there.
It's fun, isn't it?
The coaches would stop here and open the door, and the passengers would go up the steps to their accommodation. and stay overnight in this inn, coaching inn. The horses here, the coaches would stay out here, and the horses would go into the stables, which were over there.
The original cobbles as well.
All the original cobbles, lots of original features to this coach house. So,
It was so funny. I was laughing.
I would strongly recommend that you come and visit here if you're in the area. Anyway. Yeah. We hope you've enjoyed our visit
Escapades of the stars of this
to
vlog.
Aylesbury. We haven't covered all of Aylesbury. If you want,
Ancient Aylesbury.
ancient Aylesbury. If you want to
Let's have a look.
know more about Aylesbury, then make sure you visit. And I hope our vlogs are enlightening to some respect of these places around the country. Yeah, if you've enjoyed the vlog, then
Give it a thumbs up.
give us a thumbs up,
Give it a like.
give it a like,
Click the bell for notifications. For more coming up in the series.
and all of that.
And all of that palaver.
And so, thanks for watching. It's gone dark. Two loons.
Too dark.
The light is going though. Lautrec. And
No. Two loons.
Lautrec. That's how it goes. Thanks for watching.
There's a big
Bye.
lorry. Bye.
Old Aylesbury pub. Oh dear, there's an ambulance. Okay, that's not, didn't expect that. So we'll go this way. It's all happening in Aylesbury tonight.
Someone on the floor.
Someone on the floor's collapsed and an ambulance has just come.
Yeah.
I didn't want to film it
I
too
don't
much
like
because I thought that might be a bit.
I love Blackpool.
Let's go back to Blackpool. There's not as much kicking off in Blackpool as there is in Aylesbury.
Tonight. It's all kicking off.
It's all kicking off on a Sunday night in
Someone's sat
Aylesbury.
on the ground. What's that pub called? The Rock's Head.
Yeah, that's an ancient pub. That is.
It is an
That's the
ancient
next
pub,
oldest pub
yeah. But it's full
in
of,
Aylesbury.
Jacobean, Tudor and Georgian buildings.
Yeah,
And you can pick them out as you walk around.
you can. Even though the sun's setting now, and
Oh, it's lovely. I
But
think
it's-
it's really nice.
there's a nice atmosphere
Nice
as we go
ambience.
round, isn't there?
I tell you what, it's an eye-opener though, isn't it?
Yeah,
From one town to another.
isn't it just? You wanted vlogs? We give you vlogs. Do we give you vlogs?
I hope we do. We're risking our necks here.
We're walking
And our
on.
lives.
Are we walking on the wild side here, Kath? I think we might be.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
So we have to go right round for the church, I think. Yeah. St Mary's.
It's a Wesleyan church. That's nice, isn't it?
Oh, that's a lovely building.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're going round the other way to the church now. That's why we're going this way. Because someone's collapsed in the street.
And we didn't want to be intrusive.
We don't want to be voyeuristic.
Not like that.
Not like that. It's a bit dark. I don't know if you can see it. I probably think you can actually. Unfortunately, we've lost the light. But this church, I've forgotten what it's called. But it is perhaps the oldest building in Aylesbury. Aylesbury, I think, like Catherine said, it's mentioned in the Doomsday Book. There's a lot of ancient history around here, and a lot of lovely buildings as well. It may not be first on your list of places to visit, you know, if you compare it to places like York and Chester and places like that, but as an ancient town, it's certainly well worth the effort to stop off sometime. I can't see the church very well, it's very dark. But, the lighthouse gone now, so yeah. And this is St Mary's Square, this whole area here. St Mary's Church. These buildings, it's lovely.
It's a lovely building, isn't it?
It is.
Consecrated ground between 1200 and 1250.
Fantastic.
And it's the oldest building in Aylesbury.
This square
St Mary's Square.
is just magnificent.
Isn't it? I'm just
These old
loving the
cottages.
houses, yeah.
Just incredible,
Aren't they
really.
beautiful?
Surrounding the church, the original street layout of the old town.
Now that's the pathway. Did you go in?
I haven't been in that side. It's a bit
No.
lit up there, so perhaps we can.
It's open.
Let's have a look in.
It's more lit. The lamps here. There's Pebble Lane.
Pebble Lane down that way.
Yeah, that takes you back to the town centre.
Okay. St Mary's the Virgin Church.
And of course, Phil, Aylesbury is the home to
Roald Dahl
Museum.
Museum.
Yeah. Anyone who's a big fan of Roald Dahl can find all they need to know
Yeah.
in the museum.
So it's surrounded by the Chilterns and the
Oh, it's beautiful
downs
driving in.
around here.
The chalky downs.
It's a beautiful drive in to Aylesbury.
It's very scenic.
Very scenic.
Mm.
And it's a sizable town, but it's cut off in many respects from other places, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Beautiful church. Yeah.
It is.
It's actually St Mary's and the Virgin.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, to get our facts accurate.
Yeah.
I love this square. Isn't it peaceful here though?
Yeah.
It's so lovely at dusk. And listen to the birds.
I know.
All bedding down for the night.
Yeah.
Mm. St Mary the Virgin. There you go. And did you get this yet?
Yeah, but it's very dark, Kath.
You
It's
can't
just an
see
outline. You can't see it. You can't see much of it anyway. We can go down here. You can get something of the old character of the
old
buildings here.
Yeah. But this is all the old portion, isn't it?
Yeah. So fortunate to have preserved all these old streets.
Mm.